The nation's leading diplomat made his plea for next year's funds to run his office with a $22.64 billion request, hoping to set up more consular offices in key cities worldwide. PTV correspondent Naomi Tiburcio on an update of the diplomatic protests filed versus China on incursions in the West Philippine Sea and how the president defended the country in racing the arbitral ruling in his last working trip to the Dragon Nation in this report.
Foreign Affairs Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin validated the president was not apologetic during talks with China on the country's favorable arbitral ruling on South China Sea, West Philippine Sea during their working visit in China. Secretary Locsin, who was with the president in China, confirmed this during the budget deliberation at the House of Representatives.
Report that the president was apologetic in raising the the arbitral award. That's a total fabrication and in every aspect a complete lie.
In the deliberation, the DFA proposed a 22.55 billion peso budget and 98 million for its attached agencies. Funds are needed for additional consular affairs office and foreign service posts within and outside the country. The deliberation centered mostly on the Philippines' rights to West Philippine Sea. In their presentation, Locsin said the department continues to work on full and effective execution of the declaration of the Code of Conduct in the South China Sea. He says the Philippines and China agreed to amend the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, on matters on right of innocent passage.
Of late, there was a report that they already have this military outpost on 7 man-made islands in our exclusive economic zone.
Even if I believe that filing diplomatic protest is like throwing paper at a brick wall, I do it. I do it because the experts say, just keep doing it. Because that way, nobody can say that we have given up what we believe are our rights.
Secretary Locsin says the Philippines has already filed more than 60 diplomatic protests through notes verbal or diplomatic notes since 2016. All these protests were addressed to China on the issue of disputed territories in the West Philippine Sea. SFA Locsin meanwhile assured the department will continue to defend the rights and welfare of Filipinos abroad. He adds bilateral ties between traditional allies continue to strengthen, as well as the country's independent foreign policy. Naomi Tiburcio, for the Nation.
Beyond the headlines,
It's news with a different perspective.
before the day ends,
For events that shape our views and impacts the world around us.
we keep you up to speed.
With Richmond Cruz and Charms Espina. PTV News Headlines, your comprehensive nightly news source, only here.